Folks, happy Labor Day. That's right. We're still recording, even though it is a national holiday, but who cares? This is So Bad It's Good. It's our pop culture roundup. And with us, as always, the co-host of the amazing Snarkbait, the one, the only, Sophie Ross. Sophie, I'm sorry. I was just explaining to Sophie, I have like this head cold. I got sick after I did the insane 3-hour OC recap on Thursday night. I think talking about the OC women got me sick. So sorry about the frogginess of my voice. Sophie, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry also if you can hear my poodle Baxter crying in the background. My husband just left our apartment.
He hates So Bad It's Good. He hates this podcast.
He hates Ryan. He's like, fuck that guy. No, he's just the clingiest dog in the world, as most poodles are. And Henry just left the apartment. So now he's like, where did daddy go?
Yeah.
But anyway, happy LDW.
Baxter needs to learn to like grow up. Sometimes,
I know.
Sometimes our parents leave.
No, it's like literally my fault. Like I have raised the clingiest dog in the entire world because I don't leave his side and I bring him everywhere. I'm one of those. So
you're a single mom now for the next couple of hours.
Yeah, I am.
Wait,
a single mom who works 2 jobs.
Are you doing anything special for Labor Day?
No, we've been like running around for the past few weeks. So we kind of just wanted to like chill out and have like a relaxing just weekend in the city. And the weather's been unfortunately really nice. And I hate when it's super nice out. And all I want to do, we just got a new couch from Lovesac. Sactional TM. Love it.
Lovesac is where Jax Taylor said he got his $20,000 couch. Remember in the Valley? He's like, I gave Brittany my $20,000 Lovesac couch.
I did not know his Sactional TM was $20,000. Ours was not that much money, but we are obsessed with it. It's so comfy. All I want to do is just like lay on it, but it's so sunny out. It's annoying.
Hey, Lovesac, if you're listening, I would love a Lovesac couch or just even a discount on a Lovesac couch.
They were having a Labor Day sale, which is why we got the couch. We literally went to the store the other day and we were like, oh, it'll probably be a few weeks. It's a couch, you know? Showed up yesterday. And then we were in a pinch because we had another couch in our apartment that we had to get rid of somehow. So it was almost too fast.
These champagne couch problems, you guys.
I know. I'm sorry I'm complaining. But it's like, no, I was like, what the fuck? It's like when your food comes out at a restaurant too fast. I was like, okay, that's like too fast.
Yeah.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, come on. I do it on my schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
I've accepted I'm getting a new couch, but let me do it at my pace.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is so funny. Like I said, I've been super out of it. Like I've slept so much this last couple of days and I still managed to go out and do some things, even though I should have just stayed in bed and rested. But I was asking Rebecca right before we started, I said, what happened in pop culture this week? And I had a list and then she was like, Taylor Swift got engaged. And I was like, no. I said, that happened last year. That happened. It turned out it happened this past Tuesday. That happened this week. And for some reason, I guess I've heard about it and spoken about it so much that I thought it happened like a year ago. But it turns out she got engaged on Tuesday. Can you believe it, Sophie?
I know. What a whirlwind it has been.
By the way, she did not get engaged on Tuesday. That's when when she allowed us to find out that she got engaged in a gazebo.
That's when the internet found out. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for them. Chrissy and I talked about, we did like an emergency Snarkbait episode and like we both said that we were shocked, but not surprised. You know, it was just like, oh my God.
Why would
like,
you be
so
shocked?
Shocking. No, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh my God, the biggest pop star in the entire world is engaged and posting on Instagram that she's engaged. Like, it was just like, oh my God.
This is what I was telling you last week, Sophie.
Surprised at the same time.
I feel like, once again, me having no connection to sports at all, isn't this too much pressure on Travis Kelce's psyche to have this many eyes and ears on personal things? Because then if I was one of those other football guys on the field against him, I'd be like, what are going to be your wedding colors, bitch? Blash and bush, you know, like I would just like say shit to try to get in his head. I don't feel like I would want the opposing
Who's your
team
planner,
to know.
Mindy Weiss?
Yeah. She.
You gonna have hydrangeas or greenery, bitch?
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Wrong. I'm trying to think of the Martin Short character from Father of the Bride.
Or he's like, the opposing players on defense are like red velvet or triple chocolate.
Yeah. Open bar, bitch. Top shelf liquor. No, I mean, it is, you know, it's great. I mean, I love too the reaction videos, and I'm saying this with all sincerity. Like you would watch. I even got sent a couple of my people that I'm friends with sent reaction videos where they were in tears, and I was just like, wow. I wish I could feel anything. Like I wish I could feel like I was happy. Like we were on,
Yeah.
I was out doing errands and I found this out and I thought, oh, great. And I was really happy for her. But I would love to be connected to something so emotionally. I'm not even connected to my own life emotionally like that.
Yeah, like I was happy for that was my immediate reaction was, oh my God, this is so exciting. Very happy for them. I love. Christy is also a real Swiftie. And so she explained why it's like emotional for her. And a lot of the Swifties is because like Taylor Swift has, oh my God, the chair, but sorry, I just like.
I can't hear it at all. Oh, wait. So, did Sophie fart and try to blame it on the chair? Oh my God, you guys, the chair made this crazy sound that sounded like a fart.
My chair that I use like to record is so broken. It's literally on its last legs and it just like shifted below me. But anyway, she explained that Taylor Swift has written the soundtrack of all of our love lives. Growing up, like every millennial woman, Taylor Swift has like written the soundtrack of our romances, our breakups, our relationships. And so it is like an emotional thing. And I think that's also why so many people have such a parasocial relationship with her is that for the past literally like 18 years, she has written the soundtrack of all of our lives. And so there's that. And then I've also seen like the think pieces of people being like, she is proving that to never settle, ladies, never settle. She was 35. She found the perfect guy that lets her be jeweled, that doesn't try to dim her light. And I'm like, okay, with the think pieces, I don't know about that. Like some people were like, she inspired me to leave my relationship that I wasn't happy in. I'm like, great. I feel like that's maybe projecting a little too much onto her.
Did you see also the people that still, like, to this day are very upset because they believe Taylor Swift is a lesbian?
The Gaylors,
The Gaylors, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they were really twisting themselves into pretzels trying to figure out this. And I just thought, my God, our fandom is just... It's on steroids. Like, I don't know where it's going to be in 15 years or 20 years, but already it seems like, wow. Like, there are like huge, just like paragraph after paragraph written about how disappointed they are in Taylor Swift. And also think this is like a big cover up for her, her lesbian desires, like the hunting wives.
Yeah. The Gaylors are definitely crashing out right now. And I have always been confused. I'm not saying that she hasn't maybe, veered into or experimented with women. Maybe,
which, by the way,
very normal.
Sexuality is fluid, like it can be for a lot of people. Yeah,
exactly. Maybe there was some dabbling in Diana Agron.
Dabble away.
I don't know, or Carly Kloss, whatever. It doesn't matter. I think in this present moment, when I look at Taylor Swift, I see someone that, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I am the same way. I see someone who is violently heterosexual. Like, she is a violently straight woman. Like, you cannot write a straighter woman. And honestly, I'm the same way. I'm extremely straight. Like, I love men. I think that Taylor Swift is the same way personally. So with the Gaylors, I don't know. I don't see it. But again, sexuality is a spectrum.
Yes. And by the way, I think if you're grown up enough to even think, like, I've thought about, like, oh, could I be gay? Could I do the, and it just, like, first off, I don't see. I'm privileged enough to have been raised in a household where that never was a bad thing, and that never would have been frowned upon if I was. And some of my best friends, so I was raised in a very different way. But there was nothing. I don't think it's gross, but there's just nothing in it, that spark for me. And by the way, I know a lot of gay people out there are going, "Thank God we don't want you. Don't worry, you do not have me at all. You're good." I did say this on a podcast a couple weeks ago. Andy Cohen's the one. If I had to, Andy Cohen would be the one.
Honestly, like Andy Cohen can get it for sure. Like there is something very, even though he is obviously an openly gay man, there's something so hot about him as a woman.
Really? So he never said, he said he had a threesome with a celebrity couple. And a lot of people think it's Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Did you never heard him?
I'm kind of obsessed. I haven't heard that, but like I'm kind of obsessed with that.
He wrote about it in one of his books, and he said it was a celebrity couple. And it was like the only celebrity couple, I mean, it could be anybody, obviously, but the celebrity couples that are close to him are Kelly and Mark or Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick.
And Matthew Broderick.
Can
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Andy Cohen's Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That'd be amazing. Um, okay, so Taylor Swift. Who do you think are going to be the bridesmaids? Because we were just talking about Lena Dunham before we started, and Lena Dunham at one point was really good friends with Taylor Swift. I mean, she had that, she had different girl posses, and I think her current girl posse includes like the members of Haim. You got Selena Gomez, Blake Lively, obviously not there anymore. But who will be the bridesmaids? Will Brittany Mahomes be a bridesmaid?
I have a hot take. I don't think that she's going to have bridesmaids. And I think that she is trying to, because I feel like she kind of got a bad rap from having like the girl gang clique thing. And I think she got a lot of pushback about that for many years.
2008 or something? Wasn't that like
no, it was
so
like 20,
long ago?
It was like 2016. Either way. Regardless, my hypothesis is that she won't have bridesmaids because, again, she doesn't want to have like the girl gang
it would cause
attached
too
to
much.
her. Yeah, it's just like it would cause too much. There would be so much drama that would overshadow the wedding itself. I think that it will just be about her and Travis, no wedding party. That's just my prediction, personally.
Do you think there'll be a possibility that they do this like the royal wedding, like Princess Di and Charles? Like I don't even know if what year that was in the 80s, but they got married and it was one of the it was broadcast everywhere. Everybody was watching it. Could that possibly be Taylor and Travis's wedding? Could this be sort of like a royalty sort of wedding?
I don't think it will be. Like they are our royalty. And I think what's risky about just a celebrity as big as Taylor Swift getting married and having like a real wedding at like a real venue with real vendors is that like something's probably going to leak at some point, unless I'm sure there's going to be like airtight NDAs. But at the same time, it's like, if one thing leaks and the Swifties find out where this wedding is being held and when it's being held, like you have a disaster waiting to happen. Like it will be, because no one has a fan base like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So it's how do you have like a real wedding with real vendors and make sure that no one leaks anything? Like that's
they should
really
have
hard.
it at the Kentucky Castle where Jax and Brittany got married.
Versailles, Kentucky.
Yeah, exactly. That would be great. So yeah, Taylor's gonna, and they're not gonna do it anytime soon, or maybe they're just saying that to throw us off. But I mean, I was saying like at the end of like if the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl, maybe they get married as the halftime show.
Honestly, like I don't know. I'm already annoyed thinking about this football season because I don't like the Chiefs.
When does it start? So Sophie, when does it start?
Next weekend. Next Sunday is September something. Yeah. But yeah, I'm annoyed about it. I think that Travis, like you said, it's a distraction. I think that Travis is going to be very distracted. I don't think he's going to be on his A game. So yeah, I guess we'll see how he performs. But either way, I feel like the Chiefs, it's going to be like the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl again. And then Taylor's going to perform at the Super Bowl, which sounds fun if you're a Chiefs fan. It sounds fun for anyone who likes Taylor Swift. I'm excited for her to be the halftime show either way. If that's in fact what happens.
That's the thing, yeah.
But the Chiefs, like I'm so sick of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year. It's annoying.
Well, I mean, who knows? Let's see if the fix is in. I just want to know, because I would just think if you're at that point where you're having the nicest meals all the time with Taylor, you're doing all this. I've said this many times. I want it to be like fucking Rocky 4, where you have to go into like the Russian woods and train with like wood and the snow, and just it's got to be a brutal training experience so you can get the eye of the tiger back again.
Yeah, exactly. It's like also he doesn't need to work. He doesn't need the money. It's like there's no like.
Well, they also said today there was an article saying he hosted that Amazon Prime show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And allegedly there's also something in the works with him after the football season where he would be doing like a Curb Your Enthusiasm style show, which would be a mockumentary about his life, which I think would be very interesting. But how would you then include Taylor in that? Taylor would never agree to be in a mockumentary type. Maybe he can like hire Cheryl Hines as his wife or something.
Yeah, I'm curious like how that. Yeah, I can't really picture that.
Just a bad rumor.
Yeah, I mean, like I think he does want to go into acting for sure. So like if he does end up with his own show and with a bunch of acting roles, I won't be surprised.
Folks, I've been introduced to a lot of products while doing this show, but there is a new product that I have fallen in love with. I am actually going to use my own product code to continue buying these, and that's because our friends at MeUndies is doing the Lord's work. I mean, I am wearing their underwear as we speak. I can't show you, and you probably don't want to see that, but it is truly an incredible product. As we enter the fall, you're looking for cozy clothes, and you want the same thing for your underwears. So this is style for everyone. MeUndies has a cut for every butt with over 20 different styles in 100 different colors and prints. There is unmatched comfort. MeUndies' signature super soft micro-modal fabric is breathable, stretchy, and unbelievably cozy. It is perfect for crisp mornings, chilly nights, and everything in between. Whether you're layering up for a hike or lounging in flannel all day, MeUndies moves with you and it keeps you comfy. Want even more seasonal comfort? Try the Breathe line. It's designed with moisture-wicking and anti-odor tech to keep you fresh through fall workouts or just a long day of pumpkin picking, responsibly sourced as well. They use sustainably sourced materials and work with partners that care for their workers. Not happy with your first pair of MeUndies? It is on MeUndies. That's right. So with over 30 million pairs sold and 90,000 five-star reviews, MeUndies are an essential summer must-have for every drawer. I use this. You need to use this too. So right now, as a listener of my show, you can get cozy and spooky for less with deals up to 50% off at MeUndies.com/SoBad and enter promo code SOBAD. That's important. That's MeUndies.com/SoBad, promo code SOBAD for up to 50% off. MeUndies, comfort that's made for fall. Use the same underwear I'm using. We're talking about our friends over at Mint Mobile. I recently switched, and you should too, because you know what doesn't belong in your epic summer plans? Getting burned by your old wireless bill. And for a limited time, Mint Mobile is offering 3 months of unlimited premium wireless service for $15 a month on the nation's largest 5G network. Say goodbye to that old plan that is going to be overcharging you. And this network, it is high speed. You get unlimited talk and text. So ditch that overpriced wireless. Get 3 months of unlimited service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/SoBad. That's mintmobile.com/SoBad. Upfront payment of $45 required. That's equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on the unlimited plan. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. DraftKings Casino has your playbook for gaming action all season long. Play thousands of popular slots for a shot at jackpots. Over $400 million has already been awarded. New players get 500 spins on Huff and More Puff over 10 days. So download the app, use code SOBAD, and claim your spins after your first $5 wager. Get in the game with DraftKings Casino, home of the largest jackpot win in online casino history. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only, void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins issued as 50 spins per day for 10 days. Valid for featured game only and expire each day after 24 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. It ends October 5th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, speaking of, I guess the little thing that after he announced this was that the next day he dropped his collab with American Eagles Outfitters, which Sydney Sweeney also has, obviously with the Good Genes campaign that we've talked about before. And he looked like such a Christian youth pastor. Like he was like, what's up, kids? What's up, gang? Let me tell you how God, who's the coolest? God. But you got to check out the pictures. It's so funny to me. But then that led me to Sydney Sweeney. And then did you see the article this week that Sydney Sweeney is now allegedly dating Scooter Braun?
I can't wrap my head around that. I know that Star Magazine reported it, and Star, you have to trust Star Magazine. They never get it wrong. It's a very legitimate news source.
Wait. Sometimes they get it really wrong.
Guys, I'm kidding.
I was like, well, so, you know what? Let me walk that back. Allegedly, they sometimes always get it wrong, but Star Magazine was the first to report this. But what's great about this is that it makes so much sense. Is that when you look at it on its face, you're like, oh, that's so weird. But Sydney Sweeney, if you looked at the moves she's made ever since breaking out at Euphoria, which they have now finished filming, finally, the third season, is that she's made these interesting moves that don't really seem to be around acting. It seems to be around very specific things. Or I was even reading a thing she signed up for where it was it's an erotic thriller. And I'm like, that's probably not the acting. That's probably I'm going to show my boobs a couple times because that's always good for business. She's picking the American Eagles campaigns. She's trying to reach out to Republican viewers. She's trying to there's very specific things. But Scooter Braun, who obviously used to be Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande's manager, multi-millionaire, that makes sense to me because it's another kind of rung on that fame totem pole of creating a legend in a sense. Does that make sense?
It's just really interesting, the career pivot that I feel like she's had in the past few months, because she went from being someone that was generally likable. She had that kind of scandal with her family wearing Blue Lives Matter t-shirts at their very MAGA themed rodeo birthday party thing. But people mostly got over that and were like, well, it's her family. It's not necessarily her. You can't choose your family. But then the past few months, it's misstep after misstep. There was, her going to Jeff Bezos's wedding, her with the American Eagles ad, and then also her saying that the people mad about her bathwater soap were mostly women. So it felt like she was throwing women under the bus, even though women are usually the people that defended her against incels. And now this. So it's kind of all of the goodwill that she had built up has really kind of, and whether it's fair or not, I'm not saying that any of this is fair, that people are turning Sophie, on her for these choices.
No. You nailed it. But what I'm curious about is people that are really plugged in, like us, or maybe even the people listening right now or watching, is that we're plugged in and we think about things in a certain way and we kind of see things a little bit more 360 than most. So is this, in our eyes, which is a little weird and potentially disappointing, but in the long haul, is this good business strategy? Is this good business strategy?
I don't think it is.
Reach out to the people that don't give a shit.
I don't think it is, because I think where it's at is I'm not going to say Gen Z or the young people, the young folk, but you see all of the young folk on TikTok and Twitter being oh my God, she is clearly, it was discovered that she's a registered Republican, which a lot of people took issue with. So it's she is probably MAGA. She is pro-eugenics, which I have a lot to say about that American Eagle ad. I think that it literally was just a bad knockoff of the Brooke Shields ad from back in the day. So I think that was a little bit overblown, but I can see why people were upset and why it was a bad look. So you have all of these people basically saying that she's racist and she is MAGA and that she's a white supremacist and all of these things. None of those words are good to have associated with you if you're trying to make it in Hollywood. So
but
it's
in this day and age, Sophie, can we escape hatred in any? If we are building anything, and I think you know this and I know this, even on a very small scale, is that sometimes when you start getting hated on, that sometimes means things are weirdly working. And I know that sounds like a horrible thing to say. And by the way, I think if you listen to the show, I run away. I'm not looking for that kind of attention. But sometimes it actually means that wow, you're potentially onto something. And that's why you see so many shows, so many actors these days, so many things where it almost feels like rage baiting. And that's my thing with Sydney Sweeney, is it almost this kind of architected, is this a plan of we're going to rage bait, we're going to use our sexuality, we're going to use all of these things? Because I don't know why somebody would be this so willy-nilly and kind of weird. I'm like, it almost feels like it has to be a plan, because why would you make this many misfires in my eyes?
I mean, yeah, the Scooter Braun thing, when I saw that, I was like, this almost feels intentional. And I get what you're saying, but think about like the top Hollywood like movie stars right now. Are they people that are often, caught up in scandals? Not really. Like, they
You
want to
know
be
what?
taken seriously as actors. Like, look at Emma Stone. Like,
Well, Timothy Chalamet, right?
yeah, Timothy
Who,
Chalamet just
and
focuses on acting.
But that's why when we talk about Timothy Chalamet, we're always curious about the Kylie Jenner of it all, because we feel like that's a misfire. But he's managed to like really not be seen with her a lot. So it's like this
Yeah.
kind of whisper that we're like, oh yeah, they're together. But he's still Timothy Chalamet and he's such a good actor. He's so amazing.
Yeah.
And we don't really kind of dig into that. And I don't know if that's also just because he's a dude and we wouldn't be giving that same grace to a female. But
To a woman.
to a woman, yes. Well, I mean, you're right. Like, but who else? Sorry, God, I'm gonna get shit for that. Sorry, you guys. I'm on a lot of Tylenol, cold and flu right
He is
now.
learning, you guys. He's learning.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. I used to say females a lot, and that would upset people, and then I just said it again. I'm sorry, you guys.
He's working on it. He's a work in progress. Jax.
Sorry. Hey, chicks. Hey, these chicks out there. These whores out there.
These holes.
These holes. Sorry, God. I'm seeing unicorns at this point. Anyways, Sydney Sweetie, what a rack. You know what I'm saying? What a rack, you guys.
Oh my God.
No, but like, no, the Timothy Chalamet thing, because I was watching him. He was at some like soccer game this weekend.
Oh yeah. And also like, yeah, it looks like he shaved his head.
Yeah, it does look like he shaved his head, and he's in this new movie called Marty Supreme that comes out on Christmas, which I'm really actually, it looks like another great movie.
Yeah.
And he's doing the third Dune movie, and he was seen with Kylie Jenner, which we talked about last week, but you really can't like pin what that relationship is. It's very, I mean, hush hush. Kylie Jenner, I saw, was posting on her Instagram some new product, and you guys had just done an episode on Kylie Jenner's businesses, and I was like, which business is this? And this is just shows my age and stuff like that, is that I now am like, I can scroll past that shit easily. Like, I don't even, my curiosity isn't even piqued. Like, you will still dig into that shit.
It's also like boring. Like, we talked about this on our Patreon episode that we did about Kylie's brands, and it's like, if she had done something interesting, like if she had come out with this like new like tapped into the cottagecore thing that she started to adopt a little bit when she started dating Timothy, but instead it's just like Amazon basics. It's like Skims. It's like a Skims dupe, basically, is Kylie Jenner's new brand. Well, it's not that new, but KHY. It's boring.
Oh, I was at a doctor's appointment the other day, and I swear to God, it really made me rethink the doctor. Was that they had like a glass thing like with like certain medicines in it, and one it was Lemmy vitamins, which is Kourtney Kardashian's vitamins.
Oh God, mine are over there. I love my Lemmy
get them?
sleep. Okay, so Christy,
wait, are they sponsors? Or are they sponsors on your podcast?
No, I swear to God.
Okay.
I swear to God, you guys, just the Lemmy Sleep. I haven't tried any of the other ones. This is Kourtney Kardashian's Lemmy brand. So like, I got them as like a gag gift from Christy like earlier this summer, and then I became obsessed with them, and now I take them almost every night. I usually don't respond well to melatonin, but there's like melatonin and magnesium in there, and they knock me out. I take one like before I brush my teeth because they're like gummies. When I'm getting ready for bed, I am asleep within 10 minutes.
Dude, I dig melatonin every night, but then there was like this sponsor for the pod a couple weeks ago called IndaCloud. This isn't a commercial, you guys, but they sent me all these products, and it was like, they sent me like joints and like all this great, but then one of them was like a melatonin though with THC, and I was like, you know what, let me try this. This thing knocked me out. Like I slept the sleep of angels. I had never been knocked out that hard in my life.
Yeah, and sometimes you find something like that. That's Lemmy Sleep for me.
So you're saying Lemmy is good. You're saying
I really like Lemmy Sleep, and I hate to admit it because I'm not one to support a Kardashian brand usually. But yeah, I rebought them after like my original gag gift bottle ran out. I bought them again, so I'm a returning Lemmy customer. And I haven't tried the other ones. There's like Lemmy Purr, which is like the one that makes you horny. So like maybe I'll check out that one next. I'll report back.
Do you think you know more about the brands than Kourtney does at this point?
Yeah. She's like, I haven't heard of that before, but sounds cool.
Like, I'm too busy not buckling my kids into their child safety
I know.
seatbelts.
I will say, did you see there was a PAP photo shoot of Travis, Kourtney, and Rocky in Miami? And just the other day, and she looks amazing. And it looked very invasive. Like, I felt weird even like looking at these paparazzi shots, but she looks really good. So just saying.
Now I do feel like you're a sponsor for Lemmy. You just said she does look really good.
She does.
She does look really good.
Courtney's always been like probably my favorite Kardashian. So
See,
I make excuses for her.
Hers was just like, I don't even look at news, you guys. I don't even read.
I know.
That was a little much.
And she's like, I am just so focused on being a mom. I don't care to work.
Yeah, exactly. Now you don't watch Real Housewives of Orange County, right?
This season, no. I feel like I should because everyone keeps talking about it and I feel left out.
So it is very interesting. Well, it's not, I wouldn't say it's fun to watch, it's so bizarre that we love these shows. And I'm never like, it's really fun to watch. None of these are really fun to watch, but it's become very meta because they're talking about like bloggers and creators and Kiki Monique, who, she was on this week's episode, but then they had a lie detector test to see if Katie Janela was lying. And the lie detector shit cracks me up because I know, I don't put a lot of stock into lie detectors. And also the fact that I know this lie detector dude, like I've watched enough reality TV where I'm like, oh, this lie detector guy is the guy that did Lisa Vanderpump's in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, or his name's John Grogan, and he's kind of known as the lie detector guy, but he hooked Lisa Vanderpump up on that one season of Beverly Hills with the doggy gate. He appeared on Jersey Shore Family Vacation. He appeared with Chris and Kylie Jenner on The Late Late Show. He did the lie detector test on Selling Sunset reunion. He was a regular on Dr. Phil. This is from an Instagram account, My Family Genie. But he's been everywhere. And then I just love the fact that that's where we're at in Housewives is like we set up like these functions to surprise somebody with a lie detector test. So the ridiculousness of it makes me laugh, but it's gotten everybody like up in arms. And when like all the cast goes against somebody like Katie, it only makes the audience like that person more. So it doesn't even matter if Katie is in the right or wrong at this point because they've given her the greatest gift of all. And then this Tamra, Sophie, like I'm saying, she needs to be studied because there is something, she has like this magic quality about her where she is able to escape any kind of prosecution. Like anybody else complains or bitches or quits the show, they get like raked over the coals. Tamra's riding this wave, and she's very smart about choosing or seeing what the audience thinks. And now all of a sudden she's still talking to Katie. So
I saw that actually.
With Katie. And I think that's a smart move. That is Tamra. I mean, Tamra's wild. I don't know. So I don't know if I recommend OC, but this storyline in particular is wild because I do think Katie's a liar, but at this point it doesn't matter because when all of these people gang up on somebody, you end up making them look like some sort of folk hero.
Oh God. I mean, so one of the reasons that I stopped watching last season and am not watching this season is because I can't fucking stand Tamra. But I did see how she has been buddying up to Katie on social media. Which, of course, she is.
You see her like, oh, you look fabulous, girl. And I'm like, oh, my God. And by the way, we all kind of get the gig with Tamra, but get the deal. But that's career longevity. That's you. And I went back and watched season 4, episode 8 of Real Housewives of Orange County, the naked, wasted episode that this season is kind of built around.
Yeah.
And Sophie, what I will tell you, it was horrifying. But what I will also tell you, once again, those earlier episodes of all these franchises are magic. Like if you want a refreshing change of pace, like there was one episode with just Vicky and her mom drinking out of red Solo cups at a family function. Not a lot happened, and I was riveted. There was no kind of setup. There was no real storyline, but you felt like you were watching real people, and there was this voyeuristic quality about it that I was like, this is amazing.
They weren't like putting on for the audience on social media because now they try to anticipate social media reaction because Bravo viewers will obviously make their lives hell if they turn into the villain of that season or if they, otherwise are unlikable or whatever it is. And so now they're trying to anticipate reactions, whereas back in 2007 or whatever year it was, it wasn't a thing yet. Which social media is the downfall of reality TV, unfortunately. Even though we still enjoy it.
Bah humbug, but I think it's the downfall of a lot of things. I mean, social media,
the downfall of literally my mental health.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you were like, but yeah. So it's a very interesting experience to go back and watch those earlier episodes because yeah, it's something completely different. And yeah, like we're paying attention to like Tamra and Katie go back and forth, loving each other on social media. I don't want any of that shit, and I don't think there's a way around it at this point. You can't put the rabbit back in the hat. But two other things that just to tell the audience is that Gretchen Rossi's on this season, and she participated in the lie detector test as well. The interesting thing, she said she had never done a lie detector test, but some eagle-eyed viewer immediately found in, I think, 2014, she did marriage boot camp or marriage family boot camp with Slade, and it was the same fucking lie detector guy. Not just the lie detector test, same lie detector. So she fucking lied on the first question, and she passed all the questions, so that lie detector must not be that's
why they don't use lie detectors anymore in criminal cases, you guys. In criminal investigations, they're not reliable.
Yes, I mean, listen, I don't think, even if I was telling the truth, I don't think I'd pass one because I'm too anxious all the time.
Oh yeah, I
My heart
would be
rate's
so
always
anxious.
going.
Yeah, same.
But they said it's not. They said it's like many different factors, and I'm like, I don't care if I'm completely nervous. That's gonna pick up. Like, my blood pressure's always going. So, anyways. That's, and then, last thing, Jen Pedranti, this is her third season, I guess. She was online this weekend because a lot of people are going after her for not supporting Katie Janela, in their opinion. And also, a lot of racial undertones are being thrown around. Some of those I think are warranted and some of those I do not think are warranted. But she, it seems like the pressure is getting to her. And she made a video today, I think, going like, you know what? You can just unfollow me if you don't want to see me and you go follow Katie Janela. I'm sure she will love your support and her new best friend that's been on the show for so many seasons, obviously in regards to Tamra. And I'm like, no, don't ever let them see you sweat. Don't let them have this, Jen.
Yeah.
Like, even though I do agree with these people of like, I think Jen's making some wrong moves. But I just like, don't succumb to the pressure. Just close off.
Yeah, exactly.
Crash outs. Okay. So, let's see here. Oh, speaking of, happy the week that the Valley starts filming this week. Valley season 3.
Ooh.
And Brittany is in Cabo with her new sexy man. Did you see those?
I saw that. I was like,
photos?
what paparazzi are following Brittany around? It definitely seemed like it was a staged pap shoot. But yeah, she looks happy. Good for her. He looks matched for her. They look like a good match. So
his name's Brandon Hansen. They jetted off to Mexico. I mean, it is funny the photos that they got of him. He's like lighting the cigarette and they're like hugging each other, watching this. I was like, okay. And so I'm like, oh shit. So this new dude's probably going to be on the season then, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say yeah. We're reality stars. We put our lives out there. We put our lives on the line.
I'm sorry if I'm really dating Brandon Hansen. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna do shots together. We're gonna do it. We made love on the beach.
Oh my God, ew. Did you get any word on whether Scheana and Lala are for sure full time?
I'm hearing yes. No. It'll be interesting to see though. But I mean, a lot of people seem to be coming out of the woodwork. Like Ariana Madix's brother Jeremy did an interview on a podcast this week on Zach Peters, and I mean, I also would be so bummed out if I was like Ariana and like, like if you're one of my relatives, like don't fucking like do an hour-long interview.
Yeah, like what?
Well,
yeah, I saw that too.
I was like auditioning for it always feels like they're auditioning for the Valley. Like, do you want to be on the show? Is that what it is?
Yeah, of course. They still want the attention. Also, doesn't Jeremy he sucks? I can't fully remember why, but I remember he sucks.
Well, remember there was like the I don't fully know how this. I didn't listen to the interview, but maybe they talk about it. Was that he was busted for transporting drugs? Remember on an airplane.
Yeah, that happened. So that happened.
Yeah, which now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm like, maybe it is good for the Valley. Like maybe.
Yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, come on there. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, and also, do you think Jax was watching Cruise while Brittany was in Cabo? I bet he doesn't.
I mean, I feel like there has to be someone else who steps in. There's no way that, but you know what? Brittany has said that, at the reunion that he does spend nights at Jax's sometimes, but like for days on end, I don't think that Jax is capable. So, and I don't think she would trust him for days on end. I don't think anyone should trust Jax with their children ever. So yeah, I would say that maybe like her mom comes into town, maybe they have a nanny. I don't know. Also, how is she? I wonder all the time how she's making that mortgage work. Like, good for her, honestly. And it's great that
It's a
she's like, I
lot of
don't want to
money.
move my son. He is obviously uh on the spectrum, and she doesn't want to uproot his life. So I understand, but it's like $17,000 a month.
But I think that's also why she's doing so many commercials and so many
Yeah,
product placements and stuff like that. So I think that's all going into that, and I mean, who
yeah,
knows? I mean, I think you're also just trying to up, but I was thinking about this last night and about the Valley. The Valley doesn't really hit you with a lot of like overly glammed scenes. It's not like Orange County or Miami where everybody has their
hmm
glam person there. Like Brittany, is kind of, I don't want to say she's every woman, but they're not trying to be fancy in the
yeah,
Valley.
yeah.
I,
No,
I,
I've
I don't
never
know.
gotten the vibe that Brittany, Kristen, any of them
So I was about to
are.
say, like, they're not
Yeah,
spending their money on stupid things like $1,000 a day for a glam artist.
right, right. No, that's a good point.
U.S. Open, that's taking place in your neck of the woods. Are you going to any of the games?
No, I like always forget that the US Open happens and that everyone all of a sudden knows stuff about tennis.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were watching it last night on TV, and I was like, oh, am I supposed to be into tennis now? I still don't even know how
Yeah.
the tennis score works. I don't know the love and
I don't
all
I
of
was
that
gonna say
stuff.
I don't know what love means or whatever. Like I don't understand. Like I don't understand anything about tennis. The only tennis player I could probably name is Naomi, what's her name? Naomi Osaka.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She had the mental health issue where she was in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and she's great. Coco Gauff, I think, is another one. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Maybe. And then also Tommy Paul, who's engaged to Paige Lorenz. And those are like the only ones I know. And I'm not trying to be like oh my God, you guys. Like I I just like I'm such a pick me. Like I don't know anything about tennis. Like I genuinely don't, and I wish I did.
No, I mean, it looks like I was enjoying watching it, but I couldn't tell you the score thing to say. I kept looking down at the bottom of the screen, trying to be like, like who's winning? I couldn't tell, but it was fun to watch. But the reason I bring this up was that I don't know if you saw this clip going around, was that one of the tennis players was like signing balls and stuff like that, and this little kid, this little cute kid, the tennis player was giving his hat to the little kid, and this older dude took that moment to
Mhm.
snatch the hat right out of the kid's hands and immediately give it to his wife to put away.
I
And
saw
it turns
that.
out it was a Polish millionaire CEO who snatched this. And he put out a statement. His company's called Drogbuk.
Jug
And
book.
his statement is, the recent incident at the tennis match has caused a disproportionate online uproar. It's all about the famous hat, of course. Yes, I took it. Yes, I did it quickly. But as I've always said, life is first come, first served. I understand that some people might not like it, but please, let's not make a global scandal out of the hat. It's just a hat. If you were faster, you would have it. Regarding online hate, I remind you that insulting a public figure is subject to legal liability. All offensive comments, slander, and insinuations will be analyzed for the possibility of taking the matter to court. Because his company's getting review bombed right now.
Good. As he should.
Now, listen, that statement is so ridiculous that part of me still is like, I can't tell if that's real, but I checked it on 3 different websites. So it is written so ridiculously, but we live in
It's
ridiculous
insane.
times.
But it was also translated from Polish, right?
It might sound a lot better in Polish.
Like maybe it sounds better in Polish.
Yeah, I don't know the beauty of the Polish language, so it might actually read better. But I just think this is so ridiculous. And this poor kid, he's a cute little kid. I was just thinking, like, if you're an adult and you do something like that to a kid, I mean, that's got to be, I don't know if I believe in karma, but it's got to be the worst. Like, what kind of person
What kind of person are you exactly? That's horrible karma, as it should be.
I mean, I was trying to, like, has that ever happened to you, or have you ever, Sophie, will you admit, have you ever taken anything from a kid?
Can you imagine if I was like, yeah, actually, I was at the Bengals game? No, I actually I'm like not a lucky person. So like I've never been lucky enough to be one of those people that like catches, or even like at games growing up, at like high school football games where they would do the t-shirt
Yeah.
things. Never caught anything ever in my life. So if I did, I would give it to a kid. Okay? I would.
And also, I'm with you though. I've never even And it's not maybe it's a loser mentality, but I've never even
I'm just not lucky.
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
just
not
accept
a lucky
that I'm
person.
not the person that's going to get that stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. But I have said many times in the past, I never played the Powerball, but I would have intense fantasies about winning the Powerball. Like I never bought a ticket, but I would like fantasize like what I would do with money. And like I would just travel the world and buy a house and send all the stuff I bought back to that. Like I had a big plan. Like it was crazy. I mean, do you ever, if you were ridiculously wealthy, do you as you get older, it's more of like a childlike fantasy. I was like, as now, what would I actually even do or care about with all the money in the world? It just feels like you would be bummed and then you would be hit up by a bunch of people because they would need help. It would.
Well, that's why you have to keep it a secret when you win. I have bought Powerball tickets before. Have never won, obviously.
You wouldn't tell us if you did win. So how do we trust you?
I wouldn't tell you if I did, but there would be signs. As you could see
it would be like snark bait's done. So bad it's good is looking for a new Monday co-host. There would be signs.
But as you can see from my tiny, I literally record in my tiny New York City bedroom.
Yeah.
There has not been an upgrade, but the first thing I would do is like buy multiple properties. Like I would do like the Taylor Swift thing where like I would have a beach house in Rhode Island. I would have a London flat. I would just have properties all over the world, a New York City townhouse. Like I would just have every property that I could ever need. That would be like my first thing, especially because in this generation and in this housing market, some of us might not ever be homeowners. So,
I mean, I would do I would pay somebody to move my body. And I don't mean like a trainer. I mean somebody to literally knock me out and then move my muscles.
Yeah.
Like where I don't like, or they have this machine I watch this guy do where it can stimulate your like, what are those things called? Abs. They can stimulate your abs like 30,000, like 30,000.
What about the vibrating board? We actually have one of those.
What's the vibrating board? Oh, Mama June has a vibrating board. You stand on it, it just makes your fat jiggle, right?
They're good. They're good for your but it's actually good for your muscles. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's like actually good for your leg muscles.
Yeah, I would buy as many like high tech things to like try to get me healthy as possible. Like
you would turn into the guy who the billionaire.
Brian,
who injects Brian Johnson or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be you.
I totally. Well, the thing with the guy that wants to live forever, there's there's a Netflix documentary about his journey, but like his son, it's just so ridiculous. And the thing is, the guy looks eerie.
He looks like drained of blood.
Yes.
Like, it's funny because he has been injecting his son or his grandson's, I think his son's blood to stay young.
Yeah.
But he looks like he has been completely drained of blood.
Yeah.
He has no color in his face.
Yeah, it's just so out of whack. It's just not normal at all. So anyways, that's what I would do. What would you guys do with the money? Comment below. Okay, so Real Housewives of Salt Lake City comes on September 16th, but we had a funny interaction this week as Angie Katzenavas has signed up to be a global ambassador of a tequila company, and Lisa Barlow, like, you can't be me, girl. Don't even try it. But like, I love that. It's like low stakes amazingness is when, like, how perfect for Angie Katzenavas to get Lisa where it hurts, and that's tequila. I mean,
I love it.
That's good. Like, it's great.
When does it premiere again?
September 16th.
Oh, like very soon. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And then we got the Potomac 10th season trailer, which I did a recap on Friday's episode.
It looks great. Like Potomac might be like so back, honestly.
Well, you know who actually gets out of prison tonight?
Karen
Huger. And the whole trailer, you guys, takes place with Giselle writing a letter to Karen in prison. And I was like, be so for real. You guys are idiots. Like, I mean, I love stage. I don't love stage things, but I'll accept it in this instance because it's like a funny thing of like, dear Karen. And they have a shot of like bars and the sun outside.
Yeah.
Like that is so, like that's Karen's POV. The only way it could have been better is if at the end Giselle would have been like, I'm putting $50 on your books. Love you.
No, I'm so excited. Like the trailer looked great. And also I didn't miss Karen at all. And this is coming from someone who used to stan Kern. Like I used to love Karen. So the fact that I didn't even really notice, I mean, I feel like I've gotten the ick from her after seeing, her.
I had a lot of people in my comment or like because I had said I was very happy that she was getting released, and people were like kind of upset that I had that feeling, and I was like, well, why? She served her time. Like she didn't like she's not Jen Shaw. She wasn't out there tipping off people.
I know, but
she was
she
going to be
could have.
outside in the.
It was like her third DUI. Like she could have killed someone.
Yes, obviously, but we also have to let people like she went to prison for it.
Yeah.
If she at this point has not learned her lesson, yes, that I mean, obviously there is so much disappointment already, but I mean, she's served prison time. Like
I know it's
something.
I think it's just she's so lucky she didn't kill anyone because if you
so
see
lucky.
that video of her that night, she was out of her mind, blackout,
talking
insanely
about Thomas
fucked up,
Jefferson and Andy Cohen,
Thomas Jefferson and
slaves.
Concubines, and yeah, she's lucky she didn't kill anyone, and yeah, it honestly was a stroke of luck that she didn't. And if she did, she should be in prison for life. But the fact that she didn't, it's a lucky break for her, a lucky break for everyone on the road that night. I don't forgive her. I know that she has served her prison time. I think that, she could have really killed someone. So Brian, I'm sorry. I agree with the people trolling you.
Listen, that's great. I mean, I'm just really curious to hear, like, I wonder if her first interview will be with Andy Cohen. I wonder, like, what it looks like from here on out. I mean, that's really, I think it'll all depend on that. Now, I remember I interviewed
and she won't
Karen.
show her, but she won't show remorse. You know Karen well enough from watching her for a decade now. She will not show remorse. She will not show any humility.
You have a point, but I will say you never know. But I remember I was at this Us Weekly thing over a year ago, and she was on the red carpet. And I remember I got to talk to her for a second, and they were like, "You just can't ask anything about the DUI and all that." This is before the video even got released. This is before, but like it was very like, "Don't talk about this. Don't talk about this." And yeah, of course. And also, I'm not going to slip something on the red carpet of like all of a sudden try to be a gotcha moment. But I want the best. I mean, like she's one of those people that I have loved on reality television. But you're right, it's horrific behavior. But she went to prison. So I think once you have served your time, let's see what she's like. Now, if she is the same person, then that's a shame.
I can already picture her when anyone brings it up in the future. She'll say, "That was in my past. I don't want to talk about something. I have moved on." Like, that's how she's going to act.
Then somebody pointed out that Jen Shaw, she's getting released in a year now. What will Jen Shaw be like? Because Jen Shaw, there was prison photos of her and her husband, Coach Shaw. I'm telling you, the prison that she's in, it looks fucking awesome. Like, it looked like a little homecoming thing. They had
honestly,
like setup.
It looks
nice.
Better than this setup behind me. Like,
I would kill. They have all the streaming channels. They have all the like, it looks, and they just moved Ghislaine over there, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. Honestly, I don't even think she wants to leave at this point. It's nice.
She looked actually really happy in that photo with Coach Shaw. And also, like, without getting, like, the fillers and stuff, like, her face, she looked good. She looked really pretty, actually. But again, that is someone who I think is a despicable person who, again, if she serves her time and she shows remorse and growth, then great. But I don't know. I am still very, very, very not excited for Jen Shaw to potentially re-enter the Salt Lake City universe because I think the show is just fine, if not better, without her energy on it.
I think you don't need it, and don't do something unless you need it. Why mess with like a good thing that you have?
Why mess with perfection? Honestly,
exactly. They have no business being as good as that show is right now. So, also we talked about Lil Nas X last week, and now it came back. His toxicology reports there were no drugs or alcohol in his system. So they are saying that he did have a psychotic break when he was, walking naked down Ventura Boulevard. But like to the point when I was talking about this earlier in the week, I was just like, I love us as a society is that we just filmed him and put it on TikTok instead of actually offering this man help. The original people that bumped into Lil Nas X just filmed him and tried to like interact with him like he was a zoo animal. But he allegedly had a psychotic break. There was no drugs found in his system, which a lot of people, including TMZ, I believe, were speculating that this was possible signs of an overdose.
Poor Lil Nas X. I've always really liked him. So
yeah. Well, hopefully
rooting for him. Yeah.
Great news if you're an Ashley Simpson fan. Her Las Vegas show opened this weekend. I knew a
Chrissy
couple
went.
people. Did she go? Did she
Yeah.
love it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, I mean, I got to meet her a little bit ago, and she was so unassuming and so nice and like just so down to earth. So I'm sure because I think Jessica Simpson's doing a Las Vegas show pretty soon as well. But yeah, if you're an Ashley Simpson fan, which I watched that reality show like nobody's business back in the day.
Oh my God, I loved it. And when you look back at the first episode when she's like railing lines with her mom in the kitchen.
You're the one that pointed this out to me, by the way.
And if you go watch it, you can see it. But yeah, and I loved Autobiography. That album went triple platinum in my childhood bedroom. It was the best.
Well, anyways, you can go catch her in Vegas. She's doing a bunch of dates, and I think they just extended it. So it's there in Vegas, and it looks like a little club. It's not like a huge showroom. It's like a little club vibe. So hopefully everybody gets to go see her and enjoy it. Have you been following the Cardi B trial at all? The trial of the century?
Not really. Like I've seen like the memes and some of the clips from it, but I'm kind of confused about what happened.
Okay, so a former security guard, Amani Ellis, alleges that Cardi B assaulted her back in February of 2018, accusing her of using her fingernail to scratch Ellis's face and spitting on her during an altercation outside a Beverly Hills OBGYN office. The security guard is suing for $24 million, citing emotional distress, plastic surgery, lost income, and punitive damages. Cardi B vehemently denies any physical contact and maintains the dispute was purely verbal. But the trial, I don't even know how this got to trial, is so fucking funny because Cardi B is, she's hysterical and she's just telling it like it is. She's changing up her look every day. And it's so ridiculous that this lady is suing for what she is. And there's no, like, all of her witnesses, there's like just no proof. It's completely just, I've been fed so many clips on TikTok and I've loved it. But she's like, Cardi B's like, yeah, I was angry. I'm pregnant. And this girl's about to beat my ass. And she's talking about how the girl is obviously bigger than her. And Cardi B thought, this girl is filming me and I don't want to be filmed because I don't want
because no one knew she was pregnant yet. Yeah.
She had just released, I think her first album was just about to be released or just had been released. And she was trying to keep that news that she was pregnant. And all of a sudden, this security guard, this girl, Amani, is throwing herself in the mix. And it was just, the way Cardi B speaks, this is like, Cardi B's great. I like her music and stuff like that, but I'm like, she's such a personality that I'm like, can we get her a talk show or something?
Yeah, no, I would love a Cardi B talk show. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That would be so funny.
But they were like, are you disabled? And she's like, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you things I can't do? And she's making the courtroom laugh. Imagine suing somebody for a ridiculous amount of money and then realizing it is going so poorly that everybody is laughing, laughing at the person you're suing.
I love that.
You're amazing. But go check out clips, you guys. It is well worth your time, but it also just a waste of our justice system, as it were. Also, and by the way, I'm starting some beef right now. I'm coming for you, Snoop Dogg. We got some issues, Snoop Dogg. Did you read this about Snoop Dogg?
No, what happened?
Snoop Dogg, how far this man has fallen. So he wrote this. He wrote this last week in regards to the movie Lightyear, and he caused up.
Is this the Buzz Lightyear movie?
Yeah, the Buzz Lightyear movie, because he said that his one of his grandchildren asked about the same-sex couple in Lightyear, the animated Pixar spinoff, and he said, "I don't have an answer for that. This is ridiculous. Why do I need to? I don't want to be having conversations like that. Not with my grandkids." And coming out like very anti-LGBTQ. And
what?
And I'm like, may I remind you, they say Snoop Dogg's only 55 years old, but my God, sometimes I look at him like he's got to be in his 60s. But I grew up with Snoop Dogg. This man used to be a self-proclaimed pimp. And I'm not joking. He used to have women that he pimped out, and he was so proud of it. Look up interviews with Snoop Dogg from the early aughts. I remember one specific Howard Stern interview, too, where he was talking about the bevy of women that he was pimping out. And this, it was a different time, obviously. But now he's trying to have to walk back these comments. But I'm like, dude, You know what? Like, I'm sorry you don't want to tell your grandson. Just sorry your grandkids are asking you questions. Like, that's life.
Also,
man.
that's the perfect opportunity. Yeah. And that's the
Yes.
perfect opportunity to be like, yeah, sometimes a man loves a man and a woman loves a woman. And that's, perfectly okay. And we love that. Like, that's the perfect opportunity to say something like that. How hard is it? It's not hard.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey man, just watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They're both women. How does she have a baby? It fucked me up. I'm like scared to go to the movies now. Y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids. We have to show this at that age. They're going to ask questions.
God.
I don't have an answer.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
like, this
Shut
is
up.
a society of like, they're so scared of where they think society is going. So they try to put it back into the Stone Ages. And Snoop Dogg, of all people, like, that's what's wild to me. Of him, of all people, you completely lost the plot.
Oh, my God. What a jackass.
But it's just so easy to to tell your kids that.
Yeah, it's like the easiest thing.
Okay, as we wind down here. Sorry, you guys. Love Island USA, we did a whole episode on Thursday, so we don't need to get into that. But Taylor did a rodeo and got trampled by the horse. He's okay, you guys. Taylor from Love Island USA.
Love Island.
That? Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
I did see that. Oh, yeah. Wish him.
You didn't watch the reunion,
well.
did you?
I did watch the reunion, and I just hated everything about it, honestly.
Yeah, it was just so slow.
Yeah, it was very boring. But I watched it because I was committed
to the
bit.
It's good to be committed to the bit. Well, they had Love Island Games premiering in a couple weeks. I'm just like, man, I wish we could just chill for a while and not do.
The reunion was the only Love Island I've ever watched. And I know that it wasn't the strongest episode. Like, a lot of people said that it was a very boring reunion. It just, nothing about it enticed me to watch Love Island. And then when they did the flashbacks of the heart rate challenge where they're moaning, I was just I don't really want to watch this.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you watch all the episodes, it was a little more exciting, obviously, but not that much more. And I just, to my initial point, I mean, through social media, like we talked about earlier, just making all of these kids so famous so fast. It's not about love, it's not about any of these things that the show purports to be about. So it's a weird viewing experience.
Yeah.
I hope we can kind of get away from that as much as possible. Two things that I want to recommend to you guys this week and to Sophie as well. This is on Hulu. It's a 3-part docuseries called Stalking Samantha, 13 Years of Terror, which is about this girl, Samantha, who is legitimately stalked by somebody that she had known in college. And there's no frills or it's not a fancy documentary. There's not a lot of reenactments. It's just a story told well. I mean, a real true life story, but you will freak out. It is really well done, you guys.
Is it streaming now?
It's streaming on Hulu now. I watched all 3 episodes. It's really, I think, gripping. And the lady, Samantha, she tells her whole story. And it is so interesting because it's so real. And this man stalked her over 13 years, which led up to something insane happening.
Oh, my God. 13 years? Get a hobby.
Yes.
Get a life.
She thought this guy had gone at one point, and then she found out he had put tracking devices in not only her car but her friends' cars and in places where even people looking for devices couldn't find the devices. He had spent so much time he was an MBA student, managed to keep up a full-time job where he was getting paid an insane salary, and he was just obsessed. He was obsessed with this lady, Samantha.
That's crazy.
So that's one. And then the other one, and I'm going to interview the director of this. It's on Netflix right now. It's called Unknown Number, The High School Catfish. It premiered on Friday. And I don't want to spoil anything. Go in as cold as you can, even though I think it's been spoiled by TikTok already because I've been flipping through clips. But it's basically about this high school couple, Lauren Licari and Owen McKinney from Beale City, Michigan, and they were receiving relentless anonymous text messages, which was just vile, explicit, and just telling this girl to kill herself and stuff.
Oh,
and
God.
The whole hour and 40-minute documentary is interviews with these people and trying to figure out where these texts are coming from. And these are like little kids. These are like 15 and 16-year-old kids, you guys. All the parents are trying to figure out who did it. They can't find out who is sending these text messages. So I highly recommend, like, Sophie, I think you will really dig this.
Oh, I'm excited. It's on my list. I'm
yeah.
very excited to watch.
I can't wait to talk about it further and talk about it with the director, where I can actually talk about the reveal, which I think is just an insane reveal. And there is so much to talk about once you guys have watched it. So it was one of those, I was like, oh, catfish. I'll watch anything with catfish in the title.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out to be good. I just don't expect things to be good these days. And it was good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. Anyways, what's
a
coming
lot
up
of like
on
stalking
I know.
documentaries.
Isn't it crazy? Of like, I'm not really into OC, but I love this stalking catfish stuff. What's coming up on Snarkbait this week?
TBD, you guys. It's a surprise, so stay tuned. We have a fun one. Surprise week. I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, I have been. The Love Is Blind UK reunion came out yesterday.
Maritza loves Love Is Blind UK. You've been watching.
Same. I love Love Is Blind UK. Really, any Love Is Blind. So
there's like 16 episodes, right? Like it's too late to catch up.
No, it's 11 episodes, including the reunion. It's not that intensive. But I will say that with Love Is Blind, there are those like slow parts. There are like the slow stretches where like, oh, you're just like, okay, we get it. Like, come on.
What makes this a good season?
There were a lot of couples. I won't spoil it, but there are a lot of couples that you think end up together and then they like fall apart in very dramatic ways. I just thought it was a good season. And there's a new like power couple that's kind of like the Lauren and Cam from Love Is Blind US season 1 that everyone loves and adores, and they seem really happy. But won't spoil anything. Just watch it. It's fun.
Who hosts the reunion?
It's like a British Vanessa and Nick Lachey. Like I literally don't even know their names. They're just like the British version of them. Okay, but they do a better job, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Nick and Vanessa hosting the.
No, oh my God, they're awful.
But Love Is Blind is like that, where I'll watch a season and then I'll forget about it entirely.
Oh yeah, you forget about everyone and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that's weird. I was like, why is that? Why is that about that show where I just forget? I'm like, oh yeah, the only things I remember, like the girl that said she looked like Megan Fox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Snarkbait, go follow, do all of that stuff. Have a great Labor Day. I'm sure you're not listening to this on Labor Day. So if you're listening to this on Tuesday, welcome to your week. And sorry, you guys, this wasn't my best. I feel very bad right now. So I'm going to go
feel
back
better.
to bed. Yay. Bye, guys.
Yay. Bye.